Yo, what's going on YouTube? Nassif here from Click, and today I'm going to be doing the hardcore blue comparison video. I've got all three of their best flagship phones out right now, I believe. So I'm going to be doing a comparison video between all three of them. So we have the Blue Pure XR in the middle here. We have the Blu Vivo 6, which I believe is a UK exclusive only phone right now. So it's awesome that I got that. And the Blue Energy XL, which was as you guys can tell, I'll talk about it later on in the video. It features Blue's older design language, but it's still up there with their phones. So I just want to go through all the things. Now I'm just going to try and make this video as quick as I can because there's a lot to talk about. So first things first, I want to talk about screens. So between these three phones, which screen would I have, or which screen is the best? So for me, the Blu Vivo 6 features an LCD display, so that's out of the question. I don't like LCDs anymore. I love the AMOLEDs. The only LCD that I find myself liking is on my iPhone. And call me an Apple fanboy, but it is what it is. So now this is out of the picture for screen. We have the Blue Pure XR and the Energy XL, which both feature 1080p AMOLED displays. And you guys know me, 5.5 inches is a great screen size, but come on, 6 inches with a 1080p display. Let me bump the brightness down a little bit here so you guys can see it. The colors, I mean, the displays are pretty much identical. They look the same, colors are the same, the blacks and all that stuff, nice and deep. Battery life is good on both as well. Obviously on the Energy XL, the battery life is just a little bit better. But the display on here is just better just because of the size, solely on this fact that the 6-inch is better than 5.5-inch. Bigger is better. So that's pretty much that for the displays. Now in terms of software, as you guys can see, they're all running pretty much the same software. They're all on, I think they're all on 6.0. I don't know if the Energy XL is. We'll take a look and see here. Now, so the Energy XL is still running 5.1. Come on, Blue. What the hell is going on here? But the Blu Vivo 6 is running Marshmallow, and the Pure XR is running Marshmallow. So in terms of software, depending on which phone, like if I had to choose which one, I'd go with the Pure XR because it just runs the best out of all of them. And I'll go into this a little bit more in depth in a second here. But just overall, the Pure XR runs better than all of them put together. I mean, the Blu Vivo 6 runs really well. Actually, I shouldn't say the XR runs better than them. These two run the same. They run fantastically quick. RAM management's awesome. The speed is fantastic. This one, just because it's on Marshmallow 5.1 or Android 5.0, not Marshmallow 5.1, I just think just because it's on Marshmallow or Lollipop, the software experience is just a little bit behind of what the other Blue phones can offer. So, and you see this kind of in day-to-day, like just overall using the phone. Just things are a little bit slower than if I go on to the XR here or the Vivo 6 here. Both are just much more snappy. They go really, things go by really quickly here. The loading times are shorter. And again, it's not like it's, 10 seconds short or anything. It's because you're talking like half a second faster, not even. But you do notice it on day to day. So these two have better software experiences, so that's that. In terms of the fingerprint scanners, now this is something I did want to mention. So as you guys know, with the Blue Pure XR, I have an issue with the fingerprint scanner. Not necessarily the fingerprint scanner, but the home button. Listen to this. That's so cheap. I mean, it just feels so cheap. It feels really shitty. But then you have the other end here on the Energy XL. There's nothing. It's really well. It has a nice click. It feels really good. But then the fingerprint scanner itself is really crappy. It doesn't recognize my finger half the time. It takes me a few times to get in. As you guys can see here, it's failing to let me in. All right. And I might lock my own phone here with my own fingerprint. There we go. So it took me like 7 tries to get in. And then on this end over here, you have a fantastic fingerprint scanner, but just the button just feels kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it. The click is fantastic. Listen to this. But I don't know, I find that click just kind of sounds like it's from 2005 or something. The click is so awesome. But I guess I'm just not used to that. So again, here's the click here. Right, so I mean the click is fantastic. Actually, I gotta say the button on here is actually probably the best out of all of them. I can live with that little click. And in terms of software, you guys saw there, we have a little swiping bar from if you swipe in on this fingerprint sensor, you get a little settings thing here and quick search. But the button, I don't know, the button's weird on here. I guess it's just I'm not used to that with Blue phones. So I'd have to say the fingerprint scanner on the Vivo 6 takes the win there. The camera on the Vivo 6, there's not even any point in comparing it with these two because it's trash. So we'll put that aside for the camera. The Blue Pure XR, you guys saw the review video. The camera is pretty decent. The pictures, I guess they kind of like I don't know, overexposes them or over brightens them. That's what I found anyway in my usage. And the Energy XL just takes fantastic pictures overall. If you guys saw the review video, which I posted like a few months ago on this phone, it had like I think my brother took it to Paris and he took a bunch of pictures there and it just looks stunning. The photos were fantastic. The colors were great. The reproduction was awesome. So again, on Click, we're not like professional photographers or anything. We're just two losers with our phones. So if a camera takes good pictures, I'm not gonna go in and start dissecting it for, oh, does it do this well? Does it expose this? Blah blah blah. If it looks nice on my screen, then it's a good camera. That's the way I judge a camera. So cameras are great on all of them except for the Vivo 6. So keep that in mind. All of them have USB-C, I believe. Yeah, so the Energy XL has USB-C. So charge times are great. However, the battery life on the Energy XL just kicks all these other phones' asses. It's disgusting how badly it kills them. Like you can easily get like 7.5 hours screen on time with the Pure XL or the Energy XL. The Pure XR gives you about 5.5 to 6, and then the Vivo 6 you're looking at about 4.5 to 5 hours because of the LCD display. And it depends on who you are. Like if you need a phone that lasts you 3 days without one charge, go with the Energy XL. If you need a phone that you can use for 1 day or whatever and charge it up at the end of the night, use the Vivo 6. And if you need a phone that'll last you 1.5 days, get the Pure XR. But in my mind, it's like, why would you choose a phone with worse battery life? Just go with the best. Well, got a little bit of camera shake there. My bad, guys. But as I was saying, like, why would you choose a phone that has lesser specs? Go with the Energy XL because it has a better battery. And just build over. And I will talk about build now. That I was done talking about the battery. I will talk about build. So I have an issue with the build on all of these phones. You already talked about the issue on the Pure XR, and the Vivo 6 has an issue. The Vivo, all three of these phones have the same build issue, and it's their capacitive buttons on the bottom. They suck. And we'll leave it at that. Blue, you need to make your damn buttons light up, and you need to make them bigger. But in terms of overall build and in-hand feel, I got a mark here on this the 6. The 6 feels like an HTC. It looks like an HTC, feels like an HTC, so that's always a plus. The Pure XR, however, looks like I don't know, it kind of looks like a mix between an iPhone and like a Sony Xperia phone. But I think this feels really good in hand, and I think it feels the best in hand out of all of them. However, the Energy XL just feels like a tank. As you guys can see here, it still uses Blue's old design language. I don't know, for me it looks just a little bit less modern than the other two phones do. Like if you take a look at the back here, really these two you can tell they're from 2016, they're 2016 phones. This one though, you wouldn't, necessarily think it's from 2016. If you did, you'd think, oh, maybe it's an older 2016 phone or a late 2015 phone. But the build on all of them is good. They all feel good in the hand. That's what she said. And but yeah, just they feel fantastic in the hand. No issues with the build on any of them. None of them have any wonky scratches or anything either. They've all held up really well. And again, we don't baby our phones on Click. We use our phones because they're phones. They're meant to be used. And there's no scratches or anything on any of them. So fantastic on all the build on here. However, now we come to the hard part of the video where I gotta say which one I would choose for my own daily usage. And this one's going to be tough to justify and stuff. So first things first, let's get rid of one phone here, the Vivo 6. Unfortunately, guys, because of that display, I'm not going to live with that. Otherwise, it's a fantastic phone, and you guys know in the review video, I really do enjoy the phone. And the display is fantastic. It runs super smooth. The camera is, it's all right. It's not great. It's not bad. Actually, I can't lie, it is pretty bad. The speaker is okay, but just overall, the phone is just not up to par with these two. Now we have the Pure XR versus the Energy XL, and solely, there's only one reason why I'm going to choose the phone I choose, and that's battery life. Now you guys already know which one I'm going to be taking. We're going to be taking the Energy XL. I'm going to move this out of the shot. Just because, guys, come on. As I said before, why would you choose a phone that lasts you 1 day or 1.5 days when you can get a phone that can last you 2 days, 3 days? Sometimes, I don't know, it depends on your usage. You might even get 4 days of usage on this phone here. And it's just awesome. And the thing is, I can live with the crappy fingerprint scanner because, it's not terrible. I mean, it is terrible. Like, come on, check that out. It took me 3 times to get into the phone, but I can totally live with that because the camera is fantastic. The camera on the front's great. The screen is amazing. 6-inch screens are the best. The tactile button or the buttons on the bottom here are much better than that of the other ones because the other one's just little dots. At least here you have a slightly bigger, I guess, touch area for the buttons. The side buttons are nice and clicky, and the home button is awesome. It doesn't have too much of a click, and it doesn't have a wiggly button like the Pure XR. So I have to say, if I were to choose one for my, for the rest of my life, for my daily usage for the next 2 years, it would be the Blue Energy XL. And if I had to choose a second one, if I couldn't get the Blue Energy XL, it would be the Pure XR. Just because, guys, look at the way it looks. It looks beautiful. It's a stunning phone. It's fantastic to hold in hand, and it's just an amazing phone overall. And then last up, coming up last place, we got the Blu Vivo 6, which comes actually not too far behind the Pure XR. It's still a fantastic phone. Don't get me wrong, guys. I really do love this phone, but it's just not up to par with the other two that are there. So that's pretty much it for this comparison, guys. If you guys like this video, drop a like on it. If you like any of these phones, do you have anything to say about any of these phones, drop a comment down below. Let's get a discussion going. Let me know what you think about these phones. And if you guys like the content on the channel, feel free to sub and click that notification bell just so you get notified when our videos go live. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for all the support. This has been Nasif from Click, and I'm out. Peace.